In this video, we are going to update our task. So in task controller, below our delete task, update task, comment, create an async arrow function, update task, request response, and let's export our update task function. Go to route.js and also import our update task. Copy the delete router and it will be a put method, and it will be an update task function. Now in this video we are going to talk about our put method and our patch method. We are going to cover both this method. So first, in our put method, if I go to the task.js file, we have two fields. One is name field in our task, another one is completed field, which is by default false. So when we use put method, in that case we need to mention all the field to update our task, and if we use our patch field, then we need to specify only the field that we want to change. So in this case we are changing our completed field to true. By default it is false, but we are changing it to true. So let's go to the task controller and create our function. So let me put in try and catch block. So const id, to get the id from our endpoint, our URL, it will be a request dot params, and let's create a const with task, and it will be await, because we use a synchronous function, and then our task module dot find by id and update method we are using. Now in this method we need to give the id of that user. So in curly bracket dash id is equal to the id that coming from our URL path. After that we need to mention the data that we need to update our task, which is coming from request.body, comma, and then we are updating our field. So new is equal to we changes in our task, so let's make it to true. After that, a response dot status 200 and JSON message we are sending that task, and in our error response dot status it will be 400 bad request dot JSON. In our message we are sending error dot message. Save the file. Now let's go to Postman, create a new request. It will be update task and the method will be a put. In header accept value in application JSON, and in body select raw and from drop down select JSON. Go to the get data and send the request, and let's grab our homework. Copy that, go to update task, curly bracket, so we have a name field, and another one is completed field, which is now true. Copy the URL, go to update task, paste the URL, and after that paste the ID of that task. Now when I send the request, you can see now it is change it to true, and also the name is change empty string. Now go to the get data and send the request again. For now it is false. Send the request, and now you can see it is change it to true, that our task is updated and now it is true. But you can see now that we have a problem in our name field. Previously it is homework, but now it is showing an empty string. To solve this error or problem, we need to run our validation. We need to pass a validation, so comma, run, validator to true. Save the file. Go to Postman. And now when I send the request, we have getting an error. It is showing that please add a task. It is showing this message flash, please add a task, because we did not pass our name field. So let's go to the Postman and pass our home, name to the task, and now send the request. So we have created a task with name, updated a task with name home, and when I send the data, it is now change it to home. So let's send the data, and you can see now it is updated to the home. We can also pass another validator. So in task controller, so if our task return response dot status, it will be in 404 not found, and in JSON no task is found with that ID. So if the task is not found in our database with the ID, then we need to raise our 404 status and our JSON response that no task is found with that ID. Let's save the file. So if I go to Postman in update task, if I pass a wrong ID and now send the request, we get an error. Now after we see our put method, we can now go to your route.js, and instead of put method, we can change it to a patch method. Save the file, go to the Postman and let's remove our and incomplete. We need to change it to false, and we did not pass our home field. That is because in our patch method we only need to mention the field that we want to update. So let's change it to our patch and send the request, and now you can see it is false. So we updated our task. So if I go to get data and send the request, you can see the completed which has a true value, change it to false. So we have successfully updated our task. It's changed it to false. So in our patch method, we only need to mention our field that we want to update. We don't need to mention the field that we are not update, as in case of put method, which we do it. So I will see you in the next video.